Hey everybody, Charlie Runner 2 here, and well, we're stuck in Riven. And by stuck, I mean I have no clue what to do at this point, and it looks like everything has reset. But we're going to try to figure it out, starting now. So this looks like, when we were looking through this scope, this looks like where the fish was, right? So let's go there. That's the cave. Okay. That's the cave. If that's the cave we came out of, and it is, right? Yeah, that's what looked like the eye, right? I don't know how this helps me. Okay, do y'all hear that? It's a water sound. Okay. Don't know how that helps me. I don't know if it does help me. Okay, we're going to continue on. I'm going to spend maybe 10 minutes searching. If I don't find where we need to go in the next 10 minutes, I will do a quick Google search and spoil this next bit for myself because I'm at a loss here. I was really optimistic when we made it to the whatever age where, what was his name? Gen? Where Gen was at? Because it's like, oh, now we have all these new places to go to. But really, we only had one place to go to. That was the other island. Where is it? Over here on this side, where Catherine was. And she told us to find the, wow, what are they called? The rebels, whatever they were called. Started with an M. But the problem was, when we try to find the rebels, we have a weird puzzle to do with animals. And we've seen a beetle here. We know what it sounds like. And then when we go up here, we've got these things. I'm listening to the sound. They don't give you much sound to go off of. All right, let's skip this. Let's go over here. We go over to this part of the island. We see these eyes. I think this is the key, but I've only found 4 of them. That's the sound of the creepy well things that they sacrifice people to. But there should be more, right? Huh. Where else should we look? Oh, we wanted to go to the underwater area. So let's do that. Let's go look at that. Okay, that's over here. We gotta go to the lab. Through the bullshit door. Lab. Is there anything here that we've missed? Let's look at the journal one more time because this is here. I feel like this is a big hint as to what we need to do. I don't know what sound that is. It just sounds like the thing's sliding and rolling. Artifact in the bay. entrance to the bay. Entrance to the bay. So this one would have been where the fish is. Yeah, because it was at that bay that looks, the cave that looks like a fish. Let me write this down. So that one is the triangle fish? Question mark. I think that's what that means. I think this is the object they found at the entrance to the bay, and this would have been inside of where that giant fish shadow is. Let's verify this. I still want to look. We got to press this because this always resets for some reason. All right, let's go over here. Get in here. Go down here. So if that's the case, if I'm right about this, if the fish is what it is, that would mean that the fifth... No, this is not where we need to go. We need to turn around again. That would mean that the fifth... Well, is there a fifth? Yeah, there has to be a fifth because we have 1, 2, 5, and 3. So we need to find out what number 4 would be, right? And I would assume... Let's make sure there's no path here. I would assume that since the other hints were in the jungle area, or at least on the jungle island, that these hints, the fourth hint would also be there, right? I could be wrong. I have been wrong in the past a couple of times in my life. Alright, so I want to go into this. I'm going to lower this. Whoop, wrong button. Alright, I'm going to hit this. That's Catherine. It's not what I meant to do. Turn that off. This one. Right? So, yeah, that looks like a fish, right? And this is the ladder up, so this is the cave going in there. So that would mean that the one on his desk is a fish sound. I don't know what sounds fish make other than swimming, but it must represent a fish. So now we have to find the last hint. And I really don't know where to start with that. What is the symbol for 4? It is a right angle. That's not helpful. This whole place is filled with right angles. Alright, before I look up the solution, I'm gonna go try this one more time. I think maybe we got it. I think I can brute force it, actually. If there's only 4, where does this go if we take this? This takes us back to the... Yeah, this takes us back where we need to go. So if there's only 4... Can we skip this? We cannot skip this. Or excuse me, if there's only 5 and I'm missing 1, then I should be able to literally do this and choose a different one for the 4th one until we get the right answer. And I think I'm going to do that. I can do that off camera and then cut back in once I've found it, because that may take a long, long time. But before we do that, let's try this. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. Let's go. No, no, no. Turn around. Let's go out the fish mouth. I need to find where the missing eye is. I don't know why I pressed that button. Yeah, there's a missing eye somewhere that I'm not seeing. There's the beetle sound. Is it that guy? Don't know what sound that is. I was thinking maybe that sound could clue us into something. Don't think it does. Is there a path up there? Look up. Also, maybe there's one just in the wall here that I didn't see. Is there one here? There's not one here. There's not one there. Okay, let's go try to solve it real quick, and then I will try to brute force it if I can. Okay, here we go. Gotta open this back up. Oh, that closed it. Open it back up. Go here, in here, in here, in here. Alright, let's try it once. So the fish should be number 1. Where are you at, fish? Fish is here. Fish number 1. Number 2 should be this beetle. Number 3 should be the frog. Where's it at? Is that him? That's him. Number 3. Number 4 we don't know, but the only other animal we've seen is this. And number 5 should be the whale, which is this guy. I don't have a cursor. I think I did it. That's cool. It's like Stargate. I'm really proud of myself on that one. Now, before we go over here, tell me in the comments where I would have found this other than just that's the only other animal that I've seen. Was there a hidden eye somewhere that tells me that this is the animal that goes for the number 4 slot? Okay. What is this? It's a burnt book. They got one of his burnt books. And this is the thing that's on my thumbnail. This is the wallpaper I looked up for Riven. This is the creepy land. All right, let's go. Moiety, that's what they're called, right? This looks like a bulb bush from Subnautica, but like outside of the water and dead and filled with windows. Can I control it yet. Let's go. Are these birds? That is freaking creepy. That's a bunch of those little daggers that they have with the poison on them. Ah! Okay, well, I just got poison darted. We know that doesn't kill you because that other guy made it. The one that was thrown off the cliff. I should have saved before it came through here. One of the comments reminded me to save, and I forgot about it. I need to start doing that.
Killing me. Oh.
You just say you're killing me, Smalls? Right. I hope we didn't just get like a bad ending or something. I assume there are multiple endings for this. There was for the original Myst, and this seems to be more of the original Myst. More story, more islands, more puzzles, more obtuse. So they probably have more endings. Okay, we are not dead. We should save, now that I'm thinking about it. Save game. What are they called? The moiety? I think that's what they're called. Did that save? Yeah, it did. Cancel. Resume. Okay, I am in a room inside of what I can only assume is a fungus of some sort. There's two paths. There's a path that way and a path... That's not a path, that's a window. That's where we came from. So it is like a fungus. Okay. This is cool. Who is that? Y'all gonna let me out of here? Is there something else I can do? Oh, cursor's gone. She said Catherine. Okay. She gave us something. She said Catherine at the beginning, so I'm assuming this is from Catherine? Or they're doing it to rescue Catherine? Ooh, we got 2 books. All right, reading time. This is the one we started with. What is this? I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. What does that say? With my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil which was slowly lifting. There was a violent something, and he appeared? I can't read her font here. A violent clang? Yeah, violent clang. I was thinking that was it. All right. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply. tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. That's right, Catherine came from Riven, right? I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's difficult, maybe because of the drug. There was a voice. A man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivenese? Though he was wearing Denis dress. Rivenese from Riven, Rivenese. I thought that was a name of a person. Rivenese, though he was wearing Denis dress. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them. Like hundreds of people whispering, I couldn't wake up. No matter, the dream did end, and now to be here with Eti? It's been so many years. I didn't realize how much I missed her. Like a piece of me that I'd forgotten I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth, but the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. I do wish she were more interested. I write quickly from my prison. Nella will return your book. All right, that's the lady, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris. Is it Atris? It's Atris. Atris for a very specific purpose. Gen will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gen keeps it in his office. Okay? Sound is in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I'm released, Catherine. Okay. All right, and where did we read? She seems more interested. It seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asked me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born out of ignorance and oppression. I have to use context clues to figure out some of these words because it just the font is so weird. They are gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed. Their nest, ew, that's disgusting. And now they frantically cling to anything that might serve them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I've always felt out of place here. I've never belonged. They misunderstood me and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them in this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given the second chance. But a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? What do we see here? What is this? Moon, sun, people. Okay. The moiety, Atris would want me to chronicle all I've learned. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gen on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. 2 of the Rivenese even witnessed the confrontation with Gen at the fissure, star fissure, right? Where I linked back to Myst, and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won, that Gen was no god at all, but only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him in here on Riven. I've always hoped that they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gen of his power, therefore Atris must be their true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Thus the moiety, as they call themselves, were born, a dissident society sworn enemies of Gen. I did not know of these beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Eti was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe that these things. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at the recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gen at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion which was the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which has given them courage to band together and to rebel against Gen. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to face them. Face them? Some believe that I will overthrow Gen. Others believe that I will bring them to paradise. Free them, not face them. Free them. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight myself. Fight it. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. And she drew the symbology here. Over the years, as Gen's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of caves that he still has not discovered. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they've not sacrificed vital limbs in order to remove the cancer. Vital limbs? Is there a vital limb? Probably should put organs. Even Father and Event are still on the surface in Gen's domain. Even Father and Event. So her actual father and whoever this person is still in the actual jungle world where the little ball houses are. Still on the surface in Gen's domains, and I long to see them, but a dimness shrouds Eti's face every time I've mentioned them. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one of Gen's constructions or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the island surface, and they take this regalia very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they are properly attired. They get much pleasure out of this fact, and those on the surface are frightened by these costumes, believing they are evil spirits or ghosts. It was during one of these expeditions that they fortuitously rescued me from one of Gen's squads when I first appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gen immediately. I've no doubt that he's now searching for me. Of course, I am now aware that I was foolish. Atris is not here. I was, at first, devastated by this realization. Now I am thankful he would be in extreme peril here. Also, there is a quiet inner voice, an echoing remnant that wants him far away. I have just witnessed an aged dying gasping its last breath. Today, I return to the surface to see what's become of this island. I hope it will not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They'd become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kiss is wrought has fallen words will fall cold breath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt, will suffer death. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in the members of my family who still live on the surface, but I also knew that I must keep my identity hidden from Gen's ever vigilant eye, so I accepted it. As well, then, together we swam a short expanse and emerged out on the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past weeks in the dark caves. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from one hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if awaiting my command, but could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, the feeling was gone. There was numbness. All right, we're going to continue this next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.